Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. You know, it's ladies' night. I'm your host, Angela Strickland. We've got a surprise for you, something we have never done before. But to set that up, I'm going to bring my girls in. Say hello to Nina Brown, star of the Frank Ski Show. Kokalani, come on in here, lady.
Hey.
Hi, Coca. All right, so Autumn Joy is not going to be able to make it tonight. You know, it's either Nina or Autumn. I told you, I think they're the same person. You're not fooling us. How are you ladies doing?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Doing good?
I had to do the show off with Iron today, so I'm a little tired, but we're doing good.
You sounded really great. I was listening to you, and you held it down. I was so proud of you. And telling all these crazy stories about, well, anyway, we won't even go into all those crazy stories. I was like, Nina, this can't be true. Anyway, so I just teased something, and I have to give you the credit, Nina. She came up with this idea of inviting some really cool guys on the show tonight. And I say really cool because you can't get on IG without seeing these handsome men. They, right? They go by the title of the Silver Fox Squad. And we have two gentlemen with us who are a part of the squad, and we want to know all about that. And then we've got some relationship topics that maybe we can get into a little bit later. So first of all, I think he's the founder or one of the founders. Let's welcome Urban Randall.
Hello.
We've got sound effects. And we're going to bring in your counterpart, Michael Johnson. Welcome.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, wow. Nice. So, all right. So, Nina, how did this whole idea come about? Nina sent me a text saying, hey, I've got this great idea. Let's have these guys on. What prompted you to do this?
Well, to be honest, the referral came through our brother, Harold Fisher, who is frat brothers with Michael.
Yo.
But ironically, once I got the email, I knew exactly who these guys were because, you know, I was like, okay. So,
oh, yes.
I reached out to Michael. Michael and I got on the phone. He told me all about Urban. And I was like, absolutely, we need to do something with y'all. But even sooner than, you know, what we were going to do on the Frank Ski Show, I was like, you got to come on Ladies Night because this is where we talk about all the salacious stuff. So here we are.
Yes. And this is where the comment section gets to say whatever they want to say and be a part of the conversation. Shout out, Doc said, good evening, ladies. Finally back from Disney after 2 months. Okay. Isabella says hi from Dubai. Deatra says, hey, ladies. Oh, Doc said those are some nice looking hats. I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna change hats right now. Hold on, go ahead.
Oh, we've got a fashion show.
Yeah, well, and let me change my hat too.
Oh my gosh!
I feel like I'm in a live TikTok video.
Oh my god! Or is it D Nice who always changes his hats too? So, okay, we'd like to know a little bit more about them, right, ladies?
Yeah, how did they get together?
All right, how did you guys get together? Tell us about the Silver Fox Squad. What is it? What are you guys trying to do?
And how do you get to qualify to be in the squad is what I want to know as well.
And how do you get to qualify? So those are 3 questions.
It's not easy to get in here now. It used to be.
So we want one of you to start. We can't hear you well, Irvin, a little bit louder. But yeah,
can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, good. Thank you. It's not easy right now. It used to be easy. We're just a bunch of guys who are trying to set a good example of when you're 50 plus, this is how you do it. We're not giving up. We're working out, we're eating right, we're going to the doctor, and we're making sure that we have longevity to live. We want to see our grandchildren do things. So we're trying to get out there a good example of what the men need to do as to exercise and do the right things.
Michael?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just piggyback on what Urban said. He's absolutely correct. One of the things we're trying to do is to be an example for men in our age bracket who think they've lost their mojo or who may have thought that because they got a little older, they've lost a little edge. And what we're trying to let them know is just because you're 50, you're 60, you don't have to lose your edge. In fact, we believe you get better. And, you know, it's evidence of that by the number of, you know, followers we're having. We're having great success in this particular lane. One of the bigger things is you'll notice that Urban's beard is a little bit more whiter than mine is. Mine's probably a little bit more silver or black and silver, but we're pushing the whole thing or the whole narrative of do not dye your hair. Let your hair go. Get in shape. Stay in shape. I mean, just all the same things Urban talked about. Like, there's nothing to not be proud of. Like, we sport these beards with a great deal of pride. And I can tell you, wherever we're going, men or women, we have, I mean, people just running up to us like, we love your beards. We love what you guys are doing. Don't change a thing. And quite honestly, we have no intentions of doing that. Am I right, Urban?
You're right. And our beards are real. We read something. We read something last week where these guys said they have lace front.
That's right.
Mine is real. I think all of us.
Yeah, both of us are real. Yeah, exactly.
You can get almost anything. I've seen some scary things on Instagram, but you know, whatever makes you happy. So it's all about the beard. It's all about healthy lifestyle and don't dye your hair. You know, that's one thing right there with men who dye their hair. You can tell, and it doesn't look good anyway. So I applaud the guys who don't dye their hair, but those who do, they don't want to hear it. They're like, no, I got to dye it. They're just not ready to, you know, be gray. What do you say to the people who want to be in your squad to make them comfortable, to say, you know what, just embrace it?
Urban, you want to take
the
the first?
We embrace it, you know, just be yourself. You know, it's nothing wrong with having a little gray in you. You know, it just shows that you're wise, you're getting older, you're growing, you're mature, and things like that. You know, I think when you get the dye, you want to cover it up. You want to stay, you know, I look at it, some people want to stay young. They're afraid to age gracefully. So for myself, you know, I was doing the dye and I was doing the dye and I was shaving and I had to let all that go. I said, hey, let me just be me. And it is what it is. And this is the outcome of it.
And now you're a whole zaddy. Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kokalani.
No, I was just going to ask because I know that's one of the things, you know, beards are like it. There's so many women, you know, we're all like, oh, the beard game. But my question is, has anyone approached you as far as sponsorship? Do you guys all use the same beard products? Do y'all go? I mean, what is like because you keep your beards very groomed and just like have people approach you regarding sponsorships and trying their products? And are you like, no, what's because you guys can start your own products for real and they would definitely, you know, people would buy them. But go ahead. I'm curious.
We get it all the time. And just let me say this, that the silver and the gray and the beard itself, that's the number one qualifier. Like if you don't have this, you're disqualified from even being considered in our group. So without that, you might as well go do something else. And we are approached. Yeah, absolutely.
But some guys can't grow a beard and they're not a silver fox.
No. That's unfortunate.
But that's interesting though. Yeah, that's interesting.
Unfortunate. Yeah,
so you guys have been approached with people saying, hey, talk about our brand, use our brand.
All the time. Urban, I'll let you talk to it, but yeah.
Right now, S. Curl Lustrous have approached me, so I'm one of their ambassadors now, and they have been very nice to me, and I appreciate it. With the older guy.
So, guy, I want to know what your DMs have looked like. I want to get into the juicy stuff. Like,
me too, Nina.
Nina, no, you don't. No, Nina, let me tell you. No, you do not.
Flooded. It's always flooded.
So who's in there? What kind of people? Who's responding to you?
Let me tell you. I have seen so many pictures of any and everything. And it's unbelievable. You know, people just send me pictures. They send me everything. And I'm like, you don't have to do that to get my attention. You know, a simple hello.
A simple hello.
Yeah.
Have you met anyone in person that like may have sent you a DM? Like, has anyone shot their shot and then you were like, you know what, she's great. I will meet you in person.
No. No.
You haven't flew anyone out.
No,
I won't do it. No, I won't.
no.
No.
Michael,
Yeah, Urban,
Okay.
just to piggyback, I was just going to piggyback on what Urban was saying. He's right. Our DMs are very, very interesting. You get a lot of everything from all over the place, from young to old, from men to women. You get everything, and they'll tell you and show you as much as your heart desires.
It's everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting you said from young, because you're in such great shape. And, you know, again, I can't speak for all women, but I love to see men. I've always felt that way, even as a young woman. I love seeing the gray in men's hair. It's not fair because for women, guys don't really appreciate that so much. But with guys, young women just really love the gray. So are a lot of young women coming up to you guys?
Yes.
Yes. We went to Miami a couple of weeks ago, and you know, we just can't be outdone. We did take our shirts off, and I can tell you the moment we took our shirts off on South Beach, it went crazy.
Oh,
They
do
were
tell.
running and
Tell
feeling
us
and
everything.
smelling and touching and grabbing.
Did you say
Yeah.
smelling?
And touching and grabbing.
And I'll tell you this, it was interesting for me. It was my first experience. Urban is he's been in the spotlight for a good little while, but on South Beach there were Asian, black, white, every nationality you could think of. You could, I mean, tall, short, athletic, non-athletic, 20 something, 30 something, 40 something, 50 something, 60 something, 70 something. It was amazing to watch all of that unfold in like 5 minutes. It didn't even take long before they just started coming. It was crazy.
We had to run in an ice cream shop just to get some little piece, and they were running it. We want ice cream too. We want some ice cream too.
And we want you to buy it, Zaddy.
squad member single, married? Like, is there a good balance of like who's available, who's not available?
I'm not available. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm married as well. I've been married for 26 years, so yeah.
That's good.
That's awesome. That's really good to know. But I mean, it's you guys are stars, honestly. I am on Instagram all the time, like all day long. And I have seen your posts, I've seen your pictures, because it's stunning to see this group of, you know, really good looking, well groomed, in shape, powerful looking Black men. And I get it. I mean, you know, if I see the group of you in Miami, I don't know. I might have gone to the ice cream store. I don't know. No, but seriously, I mean, it's a wonderful thing. And I love the message that you're sending, you know, to take care of yourself, that, you know, even though you hit 40 or 50 or whatever age, to just, you know, be the best that you can at that point. But I want to talk about this whole age gap thing again, a little bit more, to go a little bit deeper, because you see a lot of it. I mean, you see it on both sides. You see a lot of cougars and you see a lot of, I guess, zaddies is the term these days. So what do you think about that? Like men who take the time, like you do, to take care of yourself. I mean, do you see anything wrong with like a really big age gap?
Go ahead, Mike.
Honestly, I probably would. If I wasn't married, I don't think I would. It would depend. I don't think I want the age gap to be so large, because I'm 51. I have daughters that are 26 and 24. So you know, for me personally, that would probably be way off limits. But again, to each his own. I mean, as long as they're grown, they're consensual adults, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, one of the things that we're learning, at least that I'm learning a lot from, is that the younger ladies are, I mean, it's amazing to me how many young women want older men for different reasons, of course.
For different reasons.
Usually monetary reasons, but nevertheless, we're seeing, I mean, again, 22-year-olds, 23, 24. I'm like, man, are you serious? I remember when I was 23, 24. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, wow, were these young women then thinking they were, you know, be interested in men who were in their 50s and late 40s and that kind of thing? But I'm assuming that's the case. I'm not certain.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's always something I think attractive is attractive. That's my own personal opinion. Good looking is good looking, and you don't always
I agree with
stop
you.
to think about, oh, the age, right? It kind of depends on the person. And then just on looks alone, if you're in good shape and you're taking care of yourself,
Yeah,
of course,
and
all
just to add
ages.
to that, Irvin, I mean, he's of course the leader and founder of the group, and that's another thing. Like to be in our group, you have to be in shape. Like Irvin is very meticulous. He's very methodical, and he's very specific about the type of men he wants in the group and how he wants us to look and how we portray ourselves to the general public, especially to young men, because we're trying to reset the narrative as to how a man should look, how he should act, how he should conduct himself, so forth and so on. And to men our age, also kind of, resetting the narrative as well to say, hey, look, you don't have to have a dad bod. None of us, I promise you, if you've seen us in person, you've seen us in pictures, you've seen us on Instagram, none of us have dad bods, not any of us. So, we have those two things that we have to deal with and we have to balance them.
I would just say, not only do you have all the ladies, who are always like, oh my gosh, but I've talked to a lot of brothers and I know them and they're just proud whenever they see your videos. They're proud. They're like, we love the fact that they're classy. Their fashion is on point, because men who dress like that, men who keep in shape, they love seeing that reflected, because like you said, in the media, it's all about representation, and there's not a lot of representation, especially with the beards, and unless it's one or two here and there, but just it's like a force. When you guys are together, walking together, it's a force. And I see brothers, they be like, oh yeah, that's what's up. I like that. So I want to commend you, and just say, you guys are doing great. And then I have a question, because both of you guys are in relationships. So how do your significant others or your wife feel about the attention that you're getting?
It's not easy.
It definitely is not easy. I'll let Irvin speak to it first. You go ahead first, Irvin.
You go first. No, you go. Somebody tell us.
There is a check-in point at a certain time of the night, and there's a wake-up call, and there's a lot of texting going on to make sure, are you okay? And and I'm doing good. When I get out there, I try to be on my, when I say try, I try to be on my best behavior, because some ladies are so sneaky and tricky. It's just like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. You go, so I have to remind myself, I do go home at the end of the evening and on the weekends when I'm out traveling. So I appreciate the love that I have at home.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that again, so for me personally, the way I've kind of dealt with this is I've given my wife and my daughters, because I have 3 daughters, they all have access to my Instagram, to my Facebook, to the DMs, to all of that. And the reason I personally did it, I wouldn't recommend this for everybody, but I personally did it because I did not want the flack. Now, on the flip side of that, I've had to tell my wife, listen, please don't get on here and say something or do something that's going to thwart what we're trying to do here. So understand, living the way we want to live and get into the places we want to get to, I have lady fans and lady followers, so let's be respectful of them. And some of them are going to be rude, understandably, but we got to handle it a certain way. And for those, I try to handle myself, or I let my daughters do it, because my daughters are very tactful in terms of handling some of those things for me. So yeah.
That's so good. Isn't that it's surprising, because a lot of guys, they will hide their phone and take it to the grave and never let their significant other see it or have any passwords or anything like that.
Wait, can we?
But I love that.
I do share my password. My password is open. I don't mind, and I can tell when somebody been in my phone looking and searching.
Absolutely. And listen, you can absolutely tell. I can tell when my wife has been in my phone, because I can see where these things have come in, and it was like 50 of them, and there's 0. And I know I didn't do it.
I'm just gonna say,
Not today.
That's the thing.
I just hope a lot of people who are watching, because I think that is beautiful, because it's not that your women are insecure. It's just that you
No.
understand that you, because of the limelight that's on you, you want them to feel secure with what's going on. So you're like, hey, babe, you know, I'm coming home to you. Look, check my DMs. You know, don't worry about nothing. And that is a sign of a confident man who
It
can do
is.
that, because you're not. Go ahead.
I also think, Michael, I don't know if Irvin, I don't know if it's your phone making that noise, or if you're moving your phone, it might be. There's a lot of feedback.
Yes, I hear that. I hear a lot of static. Let me see. Is that better?
Yeah. I think you have to just put. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh yeah, you got to just put your phone in one single place, Irvin.
So yeah, we see what we got to work on with
Thank
you.
you.
So no, I think it's dope too, because truth be told, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys didn't have the notoriety prior to this social media fame. So you know, Michael said you've been with your wife over 2 decades. Like, this is new for the both of you, and I think it's only fair when it's one thing when you meet someone and they already have this fame or they have this notoriety, but when you've been married and then someone gets kind of overnight success or fame, that's like an adjustment for the entire family. So I just commend you. And I'm what Kokolani was saying. I commend you for growing with her on that and your family, because it affects everyone. You know what I mean? So that's really dope.
It does, and I'll tell you, it's definitely a change. It's definitely, it's definitely, people want to be famous sometimes, and they don't understand or be a celebrity. Sometimes they don't understand what that comes with, like the loss of privacy, is the biggest thing. And my wife is a very, very private person, so she's like, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want, don't post any pictures, and don't and I have to respect all of her privacy. So. She's just like, how much more? And I told her, I was like, hey, this is the life. If we want to go down this route, and she's like, yeah, let's do it. And she's let my daughters again kind of take over, because my daughters, again, they're very good at handling this stuff, and kind of, running through and saying, okay, daddy is good, mommy, don't worry about it. He's doing everything he needs to do. It's cool.
That's good.
So do your significant others, are they like, you guys are all into fitness and appearance? I mean, do you kind of put the same expectation on your significant others?
Good question.
Yes. For me, yes.
Okay.
We do. I live across the street from a park, and we run together. We work out together. So we watch what each other eat, things like that, and make sure it stays healthy.
Yeah. That was something I was going to ask, even about the group, but I'm glad, Nina, that you even asked just in the relationship, because if one is trying to be healthy and the other one is over there just made some good smelling and good looking pancakes, it's going to make it really hard for the other one to stay on track. So
it would be very
even in the group, how do you keep each other, accountable and uplift each other to encourage you to stay on track?
Well, we have Titus in the group. Titus is the health guru, and he will tell you in a minute, you need to lose 5 pounds. So, and we watch that,
Yes, he will. He is the fat police.
Yes,
I don't know.
Not the fat police.
I'm telling you, he does not play around. He's like, listen. But Irvin is the same way. Irvin is like, hey, man, listen, we have an image to uphold and maintain. So
good.
He'll tell you, he'll be like, hey, man, you got to kind of, same thing with our clothing. Like, when you see us out, when you see us doing all these things, I mean, Irvin is really particular. He's like, you must look a certain way because we're trying to uphold a particular image. So if you can't uphold this particular image, you probably won't be in the group long.
Wow.
Well, I have one question. Have you ever had to kick anybody out? And if so, how did that go down?
Yes.
What happened?
I'm going to go get a hat.
You need another hat for this one.
Do they go on probation first, or is just one striking you out?
Well,
what happened?
We tried to give you a probation. We tried to give him a probation, but he kept cutting up. So we had to, no, man, this is not going to work out. You're the bad boy in the group, and we can't put that image out. Because let me tell you something, ladies. The one thing that we're doing is not only go to these cities and just to take pictures in the city. My main objective was to go into the city and have an event. but the pandemic has put so much on us, we couldn't do it too much. And we went to Baltimore, and we were going to have 500 people show up in Baltimore. Then the hotel said, no, you can't. Only 175 can come up to the rooftop. And we were raising money for a boys organization in Baltimore. So that's one of our biggest goals that we want to do when we go to these cities, is to raise money and give back to the community. You know, we have a lot of ladies following us with the boys, you know, and just don't know a lot of things to do. So we try to put out there, you know, help as much as we can with the ladies. But some of the ladies want to talk about other things. Let's talk about your son for a second. So that's one of the things that we really tried to do. And hopefully this pandemic will come to some kind of ease where we can still do that, to raise money and give back to the community.
Yeah, and speaking of which, Michael, it's 9:25. You know, we're going to be signing off soon, but I did want you to promote the event going down in DC this weekend. That's huge, and it really speaks to Irvin about the service part of it.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely. So we're doing Runway for the Cure for Cancer this weekend in DC. The Silver Fox Squad is going to be featured in the fashion show. We'll walk at least 2 times. And I've been blessed to be able to, because we hadn't talked about some of the other stuff, but I'm actually one of the designers in the show, and my designs will be featured in the show, and the Silver Foxes will be wearing them. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah. Yes. So we'll get a chance to do that. And at the same time, help raise money, bring awareness to breast cancer and all the other forms of cancer. So yeah, we're looking forward to this. And Irvin is right. Every time we get an opportunity to be able to give back to some charity, that's one of the first things we want to do. And this is just a perfect, I mean, like really, really perfect for us, because, you know, all of us have been impacted one way or another by a family member, by a friend, or someone we know who's had cancer. So this is a perfect event for us.
And congratulations on that. Shout out to you from our very own news anchor, Harold Fisher.
Yes, that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my
guys.
That's my friend.
And could you just quickly tell everyone how they can? Is there a website, or how can they connect to be able to go there this Saturday?
Yeah, Runway for the Cure DC. You can go there.com and go through. You can purchase tickets. There's an after show as well. So if you want to attend the after show, you can do that. And then for Irvin and I, you can actually go to our Silver Fox Squad fan page. We have them on Instagram and on Facebook. And then you can reach me at JL_Michaels LLC, and then at Irvin Randall on IG for us.
Wonderful. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We've got it up there at Silver Fox Squad. Really appreciate it. You just made history. First time we've had men on Ladies Night. A group of men. We had Derek Russell on before. Makeup artist to the stars. But thank you so much. So we're going to say goodnight to you two. And again, thank you for a fun conversation.
Absolutely. Ladies, thank you so much. Nina, I'll see you later. Talk to you later.
And I can't wait to have y'all on the Frank Ski Show. We'll be on very soon. We'll have some
nice.
Yay.
Irvin, and we got to have you.
And on that note,
Irvin's got a little edge to him. I'm already seeing that.
Yes, you already know. So in fact, right now we're going to say goodnight to you guys. And if we can just do a solo on Nina, and you can tell us what you've got going on and how people can connect with you on social media.
Hey, y'all. You can connect with me on IG, Panina Brown, on Twitter, at Nina Brown, or even on Facebook. It's time to get this one to bed, y'all. He is wilding out. Have a good night. Love y'all.
Love you, Nina. Braden is the star of the show, so make sure you connect with Nina and say hi to Braden as well. All right, Kokalani, what you got going on, beautiful?
Hey, everybody. First up, I want to thank you all for listening every Saturday from 12 to 5. Thank you so much. And this Saturday, you know, we're going to be doing something special with the 4 p.m. face-off. And in honor of Chuck Brown Day, it's going to be Chuck Brown versus Chuck Brown. So if you are a lover of go-go, godfather of go-go, you gotta be in there this Saturday. Don't forget, you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Clubhouse at Kokalani. That's COKALANI. All right.
All right, you're doing it, lady. 4 o'clock Saturday. Face Off, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Wow, the Silver Fox Squad. They were fun, right? I hope you can check them out, follow them on social media, and hopefully you can get out there on Saturday. It's for a really, really good cause. I'm Angela Stribling. It's always a joy being here with you every night, every Wednesday and every Thursday. Tomorrow night, right here, same place, starting at 9:00 p.m. Eastern, I get to go one-on-one. I should say we get to have a conversation with the very talented Avery Sunshine. I love her voice so much. And she's so funny. I don't know if you know that about her personally, but I hope you can join us. Get ready. You know, if you haven't heard her music a lot, then just go on and check her out. Make sure you listen to WHUR. We play her all the time, and it's going to be a really good conversation. So I hope you can join us, and I'll be looking for you in the comments section. Follow me at Angela Stribling on all platforms, and make sure you follow at WHUR-FM. Have a good night.